We've run across here at IFA in Berlin, Germany, a major European appliance manufacturer that's bringing more aesthetics and possibilities to the kitchen. And this is yet another interview. You certainly want to check out the video at intotomorrow.com and you'll see exactly what I mean. But the head of Solitaire Waterbase for the European marketing region for BSH Home Appliances. I think that all fits on her business card, too. I don't know how. Is Annette Holleman. Is it Holleman or Holleman?
Holleman.
Holleman. Annette, welcome into Tomorrow. How
Thank
you
you,
doing?
Dave. I'm fine, and thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. We walked by your exhibit, and everybody on our team, as we were going around booking some guests, looking for cool products, says, wait a minute, what the heck is this? That's cool. And we saw what appeared to be a countertop sort of height sink, yes, and water running, and yet not going all over the counter. And then we watched it disappear.
Yes.
Tell me, first of all, a little bit before we get into showing that, what Solitaire Home is all about. The BSH, BSH Home Appliances. Too many back-to-back interviews. I need a nap. Is all about first as a company.
Yes. We as BSH, we are in home appliances, and the one thing that we want to do is improve quality of life at home. And obviously, the kitchen is our home turf.
Yeah.
So we do a lot of things, ovens, hobs, all those things. But there's one area in the kitchen that we so far haven't covered. And we talked to a lot of consumers, and what they said to us is, you know, I live differently today. Our kitchen is no longer a separate room. We have open place.
Yeah.
So we have the living room, and suddenly there's the kitchen in the living room. So everything changes. And I've spent a lot of time in designing my living room. And now I want the kitchen to perfectly match, and actually sometimes maybe even disappear. So being integrated, so it's one flexible look, one design aesthetic. And that's where we thought this is something where we can help, because there's one area in the kitchen that is a bit far away from living room look and feel.
Yes, and that's the sink?
Exactly. And that's where everybody told us, you know, it's kind of a black hole. And there's always so much stuff standing around, and that's normally not the nicest of all stuff. So, something to be done about that? And we thought, yeah, sure, that's what we're here for. We as BSH, we want to do that. And we all sat together with a small team and started to really interview consumers in their homes. What do they need? What do they actually do around the sink? And that has changed too.
Apparently it did, and it changed in a very unique way.
Yes.
And that's why we just had to shoot some video of what's going on. But if you would explain to the audio audience, if you will, who have not yet seen the video at intotomorrow.com, what it is that it does that makes it so unique.
Yes. We don't do washing up so much more. We have dishwashers. So actually what we need the sink for is different things. We need them for washing vegetable fruit, and actually more and more getting drinks for tea, or actually for the coffee machine, or more and more in Europe at least, to put them into the carbonizer and get sparkling drinks. So we can actually hide that sink because we hardly ever use it with the full basin.
Right.
Now what we do is we cover the sink, but we completely keep its functionality.
And you gain what appeared to me to be more counter space.
Exactly.
Where the sink is.
Exactly. Now there's a seamless surface, the sink is covered, and it kind of is one surface with a full countertop. But when you have water flowing, there's a slight gap all around that cover.
So it's not spilling onto the counter or
spilling,
on the floor.
But like magic, it vanishes into the sink that is obviously still below, because we always will keep the functionality.
Sure. And no doubt it's that BSH magic that's working.
Exactly, because if you want a deep sink, you can lower the cover, and it's all digital. So nowadays, we control all of the system via touch display.
And apparently touching to turn water on and off even, which I've had for a while in my home sink, and I thought that was cool, but you take it many steps further. It's not just turning it on and off, but it's also the ability to deliver, correct me if I'm wrong, what looked like very hot water or cold water, or now I'm guessing also seltzer type water or bubbles, water with gas. I mean,
Yes.
there's a lot of functionality here.
We
Through the
integrated
faucet.
Exactly. We integrated different appliances that you normally have standing around on the countertop all into the system. Up to 6 water options.
Wow,
6.
I mentioned like 3. What else can
Now,
you do with it?
You can do still water in room temperature, filtered,
Of course.
and also chilled.
Ah, yes.
Sparkling water in medium and classic. You have the boiling water if you want to have black tea or you want to boil pasta. And 80 degrees for all those who love green tea.
Oh, wow.
So all in one system, all by touch display, easily accessible immediately.
And is this something available now, or is this prototypes you were teasing us with, or something that the consumers can obtain?
No, it's actually something that will be available as of January.
Good.
We're showing it now on this show. We're showing it on another show in 2 weeks. And then we go into trade, and as of January, it will be available in Germany, Austria, and the Netherlands as the first countries. And then, wherever the interest is, we will roll out.
I'm sure it will work its way into the U.S. as well, I'm sure. Do you have a anticipated price or a price range at this point?
Yes. Obviously, it's highly innovative.
Oh,
and
yeah.
also, material is top-notch because it's about design. So, yes, depending on the variant you're choosing, it's going to be somewhere in the 4 to 5 digits.
4 to 5 digits. Okay,
Yes.
so that the theater of the mind takes over and say if you have to ask, you can't afford it. But no, this is something that is very unique. And if
Yes.
you're remodeling your kitchen, it's absolutely something you should be looking into.
Absolutely.
And I'll bet we can get more info at solitaire-home.com.
Yes, you will.
Ah, all right. Well, and you'll be announcing availability there. I'm sure you'll have pricing ultimately when it is available and so forth, right?
It is the content in English first, because obviously we are not yet in the US.
Yeah.
I'm saying yet.
Yes.
So we can look at that. But you get all the features, and we have videos playing there that really show you how it works.
Ah, very cool. So, again, if you haven't seen our video of the interview with Annette, by all means, check it out at intotomorrow.com. And, of course, we will link you there to her site, and you'll see what she and her team are up to when you visit solitaire-home.com. Thanks so much for spending a few minutes with us here during our IFA specials.
Thank you, Dave.
It's our pleasure. And I am Dave Graveline, taking a quick little break, but stay tuned because there's much more to come as we continue our 20th year covering IFA in Berlin, Germany. Stay tuned. There's so much more happening right here, by the way, on the Advanced Media Network.